Hey, my friends, welcome back. I hope you're doing well today because we've got some breaking information to dive into that could have a real impact on your wallet, especially if you're currently receiving Social Security benefits. We're talking about a potential $2,200 plus bonus check being proposed for Social Security beneficiaries, including retirees, SSI, SSDI recipients, and others living on fixed incomes. I know it sounds almost too good to be true, right? But stay with me because I've been tracking developments from lawmakers, budget committees, and advocates that all point to a growing push for this kind of one-time payment. And yes, we'll cover who might be eligible, when it could happen, and what's fueling this renewed interest in delivering financial relief directly to the American people. Now, let's take a step back and look at the broader picture. For the last couple of years, Americans living on a fixed income have faced wave after wave of rising prices. Whether it's groceries, rent, utilities, or prescriptions, everything seems to cost more, and monthly checks just aren't going far enough. Even with the 2024 COLA increase, which added about 3.2% to monthly Social Security payments, it's simply not enough to match the real-life costs that seniors and disabled Americans are dealing with. That's why multiple lawmakers and senior advocacy groups are now calling on Congress to issue a one-time supplemental payment, not as a handout, but as a lifeline. Think of it as a financial boost to catch up with inflation that has already done its damage. So why $2,200? That number didn't come out of thin air. It's based on models from economic think tanks and proposals drafted by lawmakers who argue that beneficiaries have lost thousands in purchasing power over the last couple of years. Some estimates suggest that the average senior has effectively lost more than $2,400 due to inflation alone. That means the proposed bonus check would help bridge that gap, essentially restoring some of the lost value in Social Security benefits. The idea is that if Congress can authorize emergency spending for other sectors of the economy, it should be able to do the same for the most vulnerable Americans, especially those who have paid into the system for decades and now rely on those monthly payments to survive. What's even more encouraging is that this isn't just talk. Draft language for such a bonus payment has already been included in policy proposals and letters sent to House and Senate committees. Groups like the National Committee to Preserve Social Security and Medicare, as well as the Senior Citizens League, are pushing hard for action. These organizations are applying pressure on Congress to act quickly, especially as discussions around the national budget and debt ceiling are ramping up. The idea here is to attach this payment to a larger must-pass bill, which could speed up its approval. Now, you're probably wondering, who would qualify for this $2,200 plus bonus check if it actually goes through? Well, according to early drafts and insider discussions, eligibility would likely include all current Social Security beneficiaries, including retirement, disability, SSDI, supplemental security income, SSI, and survivor benefits. There's also discussion around means testing, meaning the full bonus amount may go to individuals below a certain income threshold, while those above the cap might receive a reduced payment or none at all. The goal is to ensure that those who truly need the support get it first. If you receive benefits and your annual income is below $75,000, you would likely qualify under current draft guidelines. For married couples, that cap could be $150,000. Let's also talk about how you would get this payment. Just like previous stimulus checks, the expectation is that these payments would be delivered automatically. That means if the bonus is approved, you wouldn't need to apply or fill out any paperwork. The IRS and the Social Security Administration would work together to process the payments and send them directly via direct deposit, paper checks, or direct express cards, just like they did with the previous COVID relief payments. So no stress, no extra steps. If you're already receiving monthly Social Security benefits, you'd likely be in line to receive this bonus without lifting a finger. And here's where the timing piece comes in. This is something I'm watching very closely. As Congress returns to session, they're facing a number of major legislative deadlines, including funding bills and debt ceiling negotiations. These big bills often become vehicles for additional relief measures like the one we're discussing today. If Congress adds the $2,200 plus bonus payment into one of these larger legislative packages, we could see this proposal fast-tracked in the coming weeks or months. However, if lawmakers don't act soon, it could stall until after the 2025 fiscal planning cycle. That's why advocacy is so important right now. Your voice matters. If you support this idea, I strongly encourage you to reach out to your representatives and let them know how vital this relief would be. Now listen, I get it. We've all been through this before. Promises, proposals, headlines, and sometimes, unfortunately, disappointment. But what gives this proposal a bit more weight is the growing urgency behind it. The conversation around economic relief for seniors and people with disabilities has gotten louder in recent months, and more members of Congress are realizing that they can't just ignore the needs of over 70 million Americans who depend on Social Security programs. Many of you have been telling your stories, how tough it is to pay bills, how the COLA doesn't stretch far enough, and how a one-time bonus like this could mean the difference between getting by and falling behind. And that's why I'm here every single day doing the research, digging into legislative updates, and breaking it all down in plain English because you deserve to know what's going on. I'll be following this $2,200 plus proposal closely, and I promise to bring you the most accurate, up-to-date information as soon as it happens. Whether it gets passed, modified, or restructured into something else, I'll be here to guide you through it all. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any future updates. This community is built around the idea that knowledge is power, and I'm committed to helping you stay informed and prepared, especially when it comes to your benefits and your financial well-being. Thanks so much for watching and spending a few minutes of your day with me. Please take care, stay safe, and as always, remember, you are not alone. We're in this together, and better days may be just around the corner.